Phones are awesome, but do you need a camera? Let's look into it. When we started this channel, we wanted to show that you could start your video journey with what you had in the house right this red hot second. You didn't need a darn thing. You had a phone which had a great camera in it, has a microphone in it. You had a stack of books to act as a tripod. Your desk lamp was going to be sufficient for your lighting, and boom, you're a videographer. You are rolling, you're doing it, okay? And that's true, and you can do some pretty incredible things with just that. I don't think my videos really displayed that very well, but you can do a lot more than what I showed. You can get pretty darn good with just that simple equipment. But what we did on this channel was we did upgrade a few things. Every video has video, audio, lighting, and stability. And we upgraded a bunch of that. We got a selfie stick tripod to act as our tripod. Does a really good job. Got a softbox to do our lighting. That's pretty cool. And we got a wireless lavalier microphone. I'm wearing it now, and that's what we're using for this video. But what we didn't get was a camera. We stayed with our phone. And this video that you're watching right now, this is being shot on my phone. Do we need to upgrade? Well, the answer really depends. It depends on what you're trying to shoot. So there are certain things that the camera in the phone does perfectly well. This is one of them. This is a talking head video. Talking head video is just somebody looking at the camera and that's it, simple. A lot of times it's the A-roll in a more complicated video that would have B-roll and location footage and all this other stuff, maybe drone footage, who knows, but B footage. This would be the A. But A footage like this, talking head videos, super simple to do with a phone, no problem. Vlogging is something different. Vlogging is going out in the field, being somewhere, showing your location, showing your activity, something that you're doing that day. Maybe it's a kayak trip, maybe it's a trip to a carnival, whatever it is. You're shooting that and maybe turning the camera, the phone, around toward you and talking directly to your audience through the phone. That's a vlog, okay? Also really applicable with the phone because the phone is lightweight, it's easy to carry, it's with you, it's always there. You can always get footage. And you can use things like the selfie stick tripod to make it a much more versatile tool than it is just holding that rectangular brick in your hand. That's the big downside about using a phone as a camera, is the ergonomics of a phone are just not really made for the purpose. It has to do 1,000 purposes and it has to do them all well. It doesn't do any of them perfectly. A camera has one thing to do, well, a few, but very few, and it does it extraordinarily well, and it fits in your hand like it's supposed to be there. It's just designed perfectly for its task. So there's a big upgrade when you go to a camera, but these two specific scenarios, talking head videos and vlogs, which are so much of the content that you and I are likely to create. It's a big percentage of what we do. What it doesn't do as well as a camera, is cinematic type shooting. Cinematic shooting is making footage that's beautiful and special and spectacular or exciting or lovely. It takes it to another level, and you've got to be more precise and more cognizant of the things that you're doing with the camera. And there are techniques that you can use to make really extraordinary cinematic masterpieces, really. Now, caveat, the phone can do it. It's not that the phone cannot create cinematic footage. It most definitely can. There are lots of videos on YouTube about using the camera in the phone for cinematic application. It can be done. Beautiful, very professional advertisements have been shot with the iPhone and shown on television and at the Super Bowl and stuff. So it's not that it can't be done, but the ergonomics of an actual camera make doing everything, and the versatility. A camera, a true camera, a standalone camera, has so much more versatility than the phone does. There are certain, if you're doing sports photography, wildlife photography, the phone is virtually useless. It requires manipulation of aperture and shutter speed and ISO that is just not as, the phone camera is not as capable to do all of those things, and it makes your life infinitely easier. You can also, in photography, you can do super fast exposures, so a lot of pictures per second. The R7 that I have does 15 to 30 photographs per second. That's what you need when you're shooting wildlife, when you're shooting sports. The phone can't do that, and it's just not the tool for that job. So there are certain things that it simply can't do, and there are other things that it just doesn't do as well. And so that's when you upgrade to a camera. But do you need to now? Well, what you have to do is evaluate, what are you shooting? What are you trying to produce? If it's talking head videos, you don't need it. You flatly don't need it. Let's take a look right now at two talking head videos. One is this one, and I'll just keep talking and we'll look at this. This is from CapCut, my CapCut videos. This is my talking head portion of my CapCut videos. Do you see the difference between them? You may not. They're off. The camera in the phone is excellent. It's very good. So don't be surprised if you're not seeing much of a difference. The other thing is that when you produce these videos and you put them onto social media, you put them on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, etc., all of them are reducing the resolution of the videos that you are uploading to make them able to run on their platforms. The footage that we send is so dense, it's got so much information in it that it has to be reduced to be able to be produced without a lot of glitches and bobbles and that sort of thing. So every video that you upload to a social media platform, it's being reduced. So do you need the 32 megapixels that my R7 shoots? Do you need 8K video that is now out and available? No, because when you put it onto social media, none of that, you can't see any of it. It's been reduced in resolution to the extent that those advantages are pretty much gone. There are big advantages cinematically on a screen, on a big screen. If you're watching on television and so forth, you might see some differences. But the reduction in the resolution is going to negate a lot of that. So is it important? The only person that's going to answer that question for you is you, because you can make the argument either way. You can do great vlogs using a phone, just fantastic. And in fact, there's one tool that you can add to your arsenal of photographic and videographic tools that will unbelievably improve what you do. It's called a gimbal. Gimbals can be very expensive for cameras, for the big cameras, but for a phone, they're super cheap. They're around $100, give or take. And what they do is a miracle. We're going to introduce that. That's going to be the next tool that I'm going to introduce to you and show you how to use, because it's absolutely fantastic. It will instantly take your phone work to the next level. It's just an incredible piece of equipment for $100. Hard to imagine that they get all this technology and for that amount of money. It's amazing. We'll talk about that at a future video. But for right now, what I want you to do is evaluate. You wouldn't get that gimbal if you're deciding to make the move to a camera, because it won't work. It's too small. The motors that are in it that stabilize your footage, that's what a gimbal does. It makes it super smooth. But those motors are not sufficient to hold a camera, but they can hold a phone, and that's why they're so cheap. It doesn't require the robust build that a gimbal for a camera does. So what you want to do is evaluate what you want to shoot. Talking heads, vlogs, phone's perfectly suited for that. Or if you want to have more versatility, more ability to capture things that the phone just simply isn't designed for. So I hope this was helpful. If it was, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Leave comments down below. This is the first Friday version, and we're talking camera upgrades. Tell me in this area of the channel what else you'd like to see. Do you want to see product reviews, techniques of how to shoot? Just let me know. Give me some suggestions of where you want this to go, and I'll be more than happy to go there, because this is about you. I'm shooting these things for you, and I hope they're helpful. So, until the next time that we meet on The Older Creator, I'm Bruce. I'll see ya.